From the favelas of Brazil to global superstar status, enter the former UFC lightweight champion and the most decorated finisher in UFC history. One of your favorites, Charles "Dude Bronx" Oliveira.
I mean, John, you saw the smile just come across my face when you start to talk about him. This guy's fun. Very few guys bring out that emotion. Justin Gaethje and Charlie Olive. Those are the ones for me that feel like they bring that emotion out of me. Like, I know this will be fun. To see this guy rise from where he was, not only in his career, but in his life, to become the champion of the world, it was amazing to watch. And for the time that he was the champ, what a ride, man. We had fun calling Oliveira fights. Let's see if he can start another run towards a championship. Yeah, big challenge for him here tonight, but I do get emotional thinking about where he came from and where he is right now, right? Nicknamed Dude Bronx, the ghetto, and he emerged out of it to change his life forever. We'll see how it goes for Charles Oliveira tonight. All right, the UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov getting back on the proving ground here tonight. And a new look corner, is that Hasbulla there? Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves him. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. You will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record. And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov, ready to make a statement in front of this capacity crowd here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Charles "Dude Bronx" Oliveira. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. Well, mixed martial arts is the greatest sport in the world, and part of the reason is matchups like this. Can you believe the volume in this arena as they get ready to witness live Charles Oliveira versus Khabib Nurmagomedov? Going to be very interesting to see if Khabib gets an early takedown, what Charles is doing off of that back.
And it's very rare that we have a guy that when Khabib takes him down, there is so much danger in you being on top. Charles Oliveira is the greatest submission artist in UFC history. He has more finishes than anyone ever has inside the octagon, and he's so active on his back. He will constantly have Khabib reacting, trying to ensure that he can control him on the ground. This fight's interesting, and it's the first time in a long time that you feel like someone has a chance to beat the great Khabib Nurmagomedov.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really put some damage on him.
Nurmagomedov's back in full mount.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
In the half guard. Big ground and pound. Now he's got good body position, yo. Great submission defense on display tonight. Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
The ground strike's starting to pile up.
Great submission defense.
1 minute to go in round one.
He's got to be careful here.
Oh, postures up and delivers a big ground and pound strike to the head. Nicely done there by Nurmagomedov.
Beautiful transition.
Another ground and pound strike lands. Lands with the ground and pound. Round two next.
All right, take a seat, relaxa, respira. Look, you're being overly aggressive right now, okay? You're being way too hyper on this fight. I need you to calm down.
All right, so a lot of highlights from which to choose after those previous 5 minutes. And on the other side, you better start checking some of these leg kicks, man.
Yeah, and when your opponent is throwing that many leg kicks, it takes one good check. If he gets one good check off, he may deter him from throwing these kicks over and over.
Round two is here. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Charles Oliveira.
Big shot to the body.
That's a pretty good right hand there by your teammate Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You're so worried about the wrestling that when the hands come, you're not expecting it. And Khabib lands early and lands off.
You know, DC, you're usually pretty prophetic when it comes to these game plans and strategies. Are you surprised he hasn't even tried to take him down yet?
Yes, it's very surprising to watch a guy that has this type of wrestling chop not trying to attempt to get this fight to the ground.
Nurmagomedov gets the takedown there.
Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Segura o punho. Vamos lá, segura. Controla a situação.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, the ground and pound is there.
And another one. Another strike from the top. Lands for him.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
All right, so not enough action there on the ground. The referee brings the fight back to the feet, and we are back underway. All right, so not exactly the approach we thought we would see out of this BJJ player. His ground game, you can argue, as good as anyone's in the... Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be receiving end of those types of strikes. Yes, smart adjustment, yep. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter. Nice leaping punch. Oh, he jumped guillotine right away. This is tight.
Good job by the champ there. Slide back out.
There's the horn. Plenty of action to digest from that one.
All right, take a seat, breathe. Muito bom, ok? In through the nose, out through the mouth. Ok, olha, o próximo round.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. All right, here we go. Next round is underway. There was one submission attempt in the previous round, and this man is nothing if not an active pursuer of these submissions.
He's going to continue to chase down that submission. Maybe the next time he gets it locked in, he'll find the finish.
Huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Oh, big knee to the body. Big uppercut.
Beautiful.
Nicely done. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Nice positional control here. Nurmagomedov ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions.
Right.
They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position.
All right, feet on the hips here. Under 2 minutes now to go in our third round. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Oliveira's got his head looking for a guillotine.
Oh, nice guillotine there.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Oliveira.
Doing great. Winning this round. We got a minute left.
Oh.
Don't let him go to the mouth. Keep on your side.
Relentless pressure from the top by Oliveira.
Hey, you gotta get off the back. You gotta get off the back.
20 seconds left.
Scramble. Pummel out. Get yourself under the
Nurmagomedov's in half guard now. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
All right, breathe, respira, respira. Você tem que ir com calma, tá? You gotta slow it down. You gotta be calm, okay? You're being overly aggressive.
All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes, volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always reacting starts to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see.
His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was King Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he lands that overhand right, he hurts people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again.
Well, his opponent's Well, that overhand big weapon for him throughout his career, it's been there all night. Look for him to go back to it here. Short uppercut here in the clinch by Nurmagomedov.
Oh, nice level change.
Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Khabib's back in half guard, very comfortable here. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Nurmagomedov's body getting bruised up on that right side now. Don't want to take too many more shots to that midsection. Rubber guard for him now, DC. Some people believe this is nothing more than a stall tactic. What do you think the offensive fighter is trying to do?
He needs to regain his posture, right? He needs to shove that foot down from around his neck, shove it down, build your base, get that arm free, and then get back to work, trying to advance position to your ground and pound. Right.
Oh, arm triangle attempt now. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep.
Oh, so how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You gotta make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score submission. Oh, nice.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. These ground strikes are starting to add up. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
All right, he's in a half guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
All right, there's the horn. What a round it was, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that nearly got his opponent out of there for good.
Almost finished the fight, but now he needs to reset, right? Don't rush. Go back out to the next round and just try to find that shot again. If he rushes, if he overexerts himself, he will run out of energy and put himself at risk of losing the fight.
All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is. Jump.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Nurmagomedov. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom, Nurmagomedov's trying for a submission here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Elbow from the bottom landed by Nurmagomedov. Oh, he bails on the submission now. Under 3 minutes now to go, round 5. Oliveira's in half guard. Working in half guard here, making these shots count.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Nurmagomedov's right back to the full mount here. Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud.
This is where he wants to be.
Back mount now. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Right into side control. Under 1 minute to go, 5th and final round. Khabib's back in side control here.
Great defense by this fighter.
Nurmagomedov's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now. Oh, and there it is. Was only a matter of time. That ground strike has cut him open. All right, so will it be and still or and new? As competitive a title fight as we've had in recent memory. Slight lean for me to the champion, but I could see it going either way.
And still, J.A., and still. Because in those key moments, in those big spots, the champion was the one that led the engagements. The champion was the one that led the dance. And I think that's enough to keep the belt around his waist.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest, 48-47, Oliveira de Silva. Judge 2 scores it, 48-47, Nurmagomedov. And Judge 3 scores it, 48-47, for the winner by split decision. And still, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, so judges' scorecards needed. Not often the case when Khabib Nurmagomedov competes, but he gets it done by decision and keeps that O in the loss column.
And if you want to win a decision, you want it to look like this. You want it to look dominant. He looked dominant tonight in all areas of mixed martial arts. There is no question who's going to get their hand raised tonight when they get to the center of the octagon.